Cloudcast Media.
Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg with Cloudcast Media. You're going to be listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest-running community podcast in our 20th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, more than 6 decades of doing great things in our community. In 6 decades of food insecurity, they're focused on Alzheimer's, the homeless, arts, financial education. Whenever there's a key issue, you can just count on Mission Fed to be there. Just thrilled to have in the studio our friends from Arms Wide Open. We got Chris Rubio, the co-founder. He's also the artistic director of Tarzan. We're going to talk all about Tarzan and more, joined by his colleagues, Matthew Soares and Shannan Rebold on the roles they're going to be playing as well. Honored to have as my co-host Nick Rennell. He's an adjunct faculty member of American Military University. And Chris, he has a question for you right out of the gate.
Yeah, Chris, so Arms Wide Open, what is the purpose and mission behind Arms Wide Open?
Yeah, so Arms Wide Open is a nonprofit organization that's basically dedicated to enriching the lives of children and adults with special needs. And we do that by fostering environments of performing arts, singing, dancing, acting, and various classes.
Yeah, we love this topic. We can't chat enough about the support for folks. They have abilities, just different abilities. That's what this all comes down to. So we had a riding above a disability on last week, and I'm not sure if you know these folks. They have folks with special needs learning how to ride horses and take care of horses, and it's a pretty cool gig. And of course, with the arts, we know that is just absolutely spot on. Why did you decide to found this?
Actually, the inspiration stems from my family, my mother and father, Ignacio and Yvonne. I have a special needs brother. Uh-huh. So growing up, I had to learn about patience and creating opportunity within my family for my brother to excel. So the motivation's basically inspired by my brother, Josh Rubio.
Right. So is Josh older or younger than you?
He's younger and better looking.
Okay, better. Okay. We can't see you. Well, actually, we'll be able to see you because Noah's going to be taking some YouTube shorts and some photos. So we'll make the judgment if that's true in this aspect of it. When were you aware that Josh had some special abilities?
Yeah, so I think my brother was diagnosed with autism in the early 80s.
Yeah.
So as you know, there wasn't a lot of information about autism in the 80s. So my family had to kind of navigate, to shape our lives around his abilities and what he's able to do. But my brother was into music at a young age. He loved the drums, which is, I'm a drummer, my grandpa's a drummer, my father's a drummer. So you could literally give him some sticks and he could play any tune, any time, signature. He's just phenomenal. So that's kind of when we knew he had the special talent of music.
Right. So is he up there with Ringo Starr, you think?
Ringo Starr, maybe in Caveman, the movie, that whole little stomp rhythm section.
100%.
But he just loves music. He loves listening to Michael Jackson. You put on any type of beat, he'll rock to it. He'll tap the table. He can make sounds with his hands that are.
Is Joshua verbal?
He is. He's verbal. Yes.
Then he's coming in next time. I'm telling you that right. I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you're okay with that.
Absolutely. I'd love to get my brother on.
Consider it a done deal.
All right.
We'll actually have him do some co-hosting if that's okay the next time you're going to be on in this. So Shannan, how did you get engaged with the Arms Wide Open?
Okay, well, I had known about Arms Wide Open. I actually met Chris when we were teenagers, right after graduating high school.
A couple years ago?
Yeah, a couple years ago. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I met him, funny enough, on Mount Helix, which is where Tarzan is performing. He was in a show. I was working backstage. We became friends. But then I went off and I went on tour and with a touring company. And then my family moved to Tennessee and we were gone for many, many years. And I moved back home here in San Diego in 2019. I had kind of seen Arms Wide Open because I still had family here. They had gone and supported it. And I knew about the mission, but I hadn't ever witnessed it myself until 2024 in the very first Inspire show, which was Newsies, which you were in that, right, Matthew? And I was blown away. I happened to be next door with my daughter. They were performing or rehearsing a different show. I came over and I said, hey, I know you. And it had been 20-something years. And I watched it. I ended up seeing it 4 times. And
Did Chris look the same 24 years ago?
Maybe a little more hair.
Yeah, it looks, no comment. But it was just like its name, inspiring. I was blown away by just the talent on stage, the production value, but ultimately what I was witnessing was that there was absolutely just this pure connection of these performers, and there was no lines of special needs, non-special needs. It was magic happening on stage, just shared passions and joy in what they were doing. And so I basically said, what do I do? I need to get involved in this.
So you
and
play
he hasn't been able to get rid of me ever since.
Well, that's probably a good thing. So you play the lead of the female gorilla, Kala. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Correct. I'm one of the female leads. Correct.
One of the female leads.
Yes.
Okay. We'll get into that as well. Do you put on a gorilla suit?
No, actually, the costuming is gorgeous and
Okay.
fabulous. It's just kind of shreds of material, and when we move, it moves with us. It's kind of an imagining of what a gorilla would be like, slightly in human form, I guess.
No, I got you. So Matthew, let me ask you this. How many plays have you been in?
I've been in 2 plays, including Inspire's Newsies and Rising Stars Frozen.
Okay, very good. So now you're going to be in 3, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
So what Newsies is near and dear to my heart because I was a journalist and I worked for the Union Tribune for a billion years. What'd you like most about Newsies?
The singing and dancing, especially the songs.
Really, are you a good singer?
Yep,
Good. Are you a good dancer?
yep,
Do you do both of those in Tarzan?
yep,
And I understand you play a monkey?
yep, in Act 1 for Waiting for This Moment.
Okay, good. What type of monkey is it? Is it a chimpanzee? Is it a proboscis monkey? You'd have to have a big nose for that, and you don't. So
It's a yellow monkey.
what's that?
A yellow monkey.
Okay, very.
He's a vervet monkey.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Was it hard to become a monkey, or is it easy?
It's easy.
So, do you have to make monkey sounds?
Yep, while doing the dance.
Okay, can you do one monkey sound for us now?
Sure.
That is.
Cast.
You would think that's a soundtrack.
That's
Nick,
great. That's great.
you want to try to beat that?
Ooh.
Come on, you can do it.
Come on, you're a military guy.
Yeah.
Not bad over here. Very.
Thank
very
you.
good.
We'll let you. We'll let you know.
You know what?
We'll be in contact.
I'm telling you, our arms wide open. We're going to see Nick, being an extra on that. We're chatting with Chris Rubio, co-founder and the director of Tarzan, joined by his colleagues Matthew Soares, who is also in the play, and Shannan Rebold, playing one of the lead role of the female gorillas in this aspect of it. Chris, you obviously chose Tarzan as the play, correct?
That's correct.
And why is that?
Well, Tarzan resonates with me. We've actually put an extra title on it. It's Tarzan Beat of the Jungle.
Okay.
My whole life, like I said, playing drums, being around percussion, tap dancer. I wanted to kind of have an element of drums that kind of carry the show. So if you come see the show, it's not just Tarzan the story. It's got an element of percussion and music that kind of carry the storyline.
Now, is Josh, does he play any role in this?
No, Josh does not play a role. The goal is to get him in a featured role in the future, but he doesn't do well with large crowds.
I understand.
And, so he has some sensory issues, but he still loves playing solos in his room.
But you could have recorded him in his room and did as a play. See, right now I'm trying to give more work to people, and that's one of my goals.
There you go.
Am I doing a good job?
You're doing fantastic. I didn't think about that. I appreciate it.
No, trust you thought about in that aspect of it. What do you like most about Tarzan, and of course working with Shannan and with Matthew?
I think I love the community that my team and I have built. It's nice seeing all the abilities kind of get on stage and shine together. Everyone deserves a spotlight, no matter what they're capable of or their abilities. And I think it's just important for me as a director to kind of find the light for everyone to feel comfortable in. And as much as I love the title and what we're doing, it really is about the mission, about inclusion and bringing people together to celebrate theater.
Well, I hope, I've said this quite a bit on the shows. I've been doing this now for about 20 years when it was internet radio, that I'm really hoping while I'm still alive, for God's sake, I hope I have enough gas.
You're looking good. You're going to be here for a long time.
I really hope so. That's good. Can we write? That is recorded, and I'm going to be using this forever. That there'll be no stigma about many things in this world, mental health being one of them, but also special needs. And there should never be a stigma. There should never have been that. I'm happy to say that it's getting better, but we're not there yet. And I imagine Arms Wide Open is helping in that area.
Absolutely. We get people every day saying that this is not just a show, it's a life changer. People who attend our facility at Arms Wide Open, this is their second home. It's not just being a part of a production or a class.
Right.
They have relationships, they have friends. People who are typical adults have now found newfound relationships. We've learned from each other, about patience, kindness, and acceptance. And it's just a beautiful thing in the community, and it's something that needs to be duplicated.
Duplicated or quadruplicated, I just made a word over here, and that we'll see if that makes it any lexicon in that aspect of it. Nick, you got a question for Chris?
Chris, there's two main components to Arms Wide Open, the Rising Stars and the Inspire. Can you tell us about those and what they do, how they interact with each other?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we first started Arms Wide Open, it started in 2008. It was just a free dance class for about 5 participants who had special needs. And then we started doing the song Grease in the dance class, and they loved it. They'd light up. They would sing the songs, and I said, hey, you know what? Why don't we try doing like a mini musical? We started doing these mini musicals in classes, and I was like, okay, let's actually try to do one on the stage. And that's when Arms Wide Open was born, Rising Stars. So basically, we did Grease in 2011. The cast was about, 30 cast members. And that's when Rising Stars was about special needs adults being able to perform on stage in a musical. As Arms Wide Open kind of grew throughout the years, I wanted to try to create an inclusion program where all abilities can get an opportunity to be on stage and share the light that we've developed. So I created Inspire, and Inspire kicked off in 2024 with Newsies. And the difference between the two programs is Rising Stars is just for special needs adults and kids, and Inspire's for everybody, all abilities. So everybody gets to audition for both shows. This year we're doing 2 titles with Rising Stars, and it's going to be Addams Family and SpongeBob at the end of the year at Old Town Theater. And then, of course, Tarzan on the beautiful Mount Helix.
SpongeBob. Okay, I think I need to make that one one of my favorite shows, for God's sake. In this, so let me just before we go to break, pivot over to Shannan. On this, you've been in theater and acting and doing this for quite a while, correct?
Yes.
Right. But now you found Arms, wide open with your longtime friend, Chris over here. Where do you see this going for you with Arms Wide Open? Do you see this expanding, doing even more? Do you produce as well?
Well, I am a high school and middle school drama teacher. So
where?
At Foothills Christian Middle and Foothills Christian High School.
Okay, very
and
good.
What's fun, just a little plug and hello, is that I get to perform alongside 10 of my drama students that auditioned for Tarzan and came out. And
wow.
Yeah, so they make up a big part of our teen ape ensemble. And so it's a huge joy as their teacher, and my own kids are in the show. So that this is like a huge dream come true. Just let me just say that. I don't know. I have big dreams for my own programs. I have this Arms Wide Open work is very life-giving work. I have enjoyed the community. It's funny when he says that he brings in us as performers or professionals to mentor his Arms Wide Open students, when I feel like I'm the one being mentored and inspired every day by them. So I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if I will be a part of other programs. I do direct at other theater companies and things. I would love to direct more shows. I do that at my schools now. But I don't know. That might be more of a question for him. But I know that
this is her last show.
So I've been officially let go.
She's very demanding.
As a matter of fact, the interview is
She wants
over.
her own dressing room.
That is not okay.
I'm just kidding. No,
These podcast friends don't know that you're kidding.
That's right. Exactly. No, spoiler alert, Chris is kidding. Okay?
Yeah.
And this
Yes.
will be the last time that Shannon's going to work with Chris. Okay.
Well, there you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but I do know that my time, I've been a part of a show basically since 2024. I
Right.
did Shrek with Rising Stars, then I did Beetlejuice as their next Inspire show, and then I went straight into Tarzan now as a performer. I haven't been on the stage in 20 years. I've been teaching, and so this is kind of a really neat way to get back onto the stage on the mountain that I grew up on. I grew up in La Mesa watching those shows. So I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that it's exciting, and I know that what I've done so far has blessed me beyond words, and I'm excited for what's in store.
No, I think that's great. We come back from break. We're going to chat more with Matthew about what he thinks about all this and where he wants to go with his future. Certainly, as a talented, actor in this aspect. We'll talk about when the performance will be, July 17 through the August 17 up at the Mount Helix Amphitheater as well. I know Nick has some more questions when we come back from break, and we will be right back after this short message.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest-running community podcast. We're in our 20th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. 60 years of just doing phenomenal things in our community. Honored to have in the studio with us today our friends from Arms Wide Open, Chris Rubio. He is the co-founder, also the artistic director of Tarzan, joined by two of the performers in Tarzan, Matthew Soares, playing an absolute phenomenal monkey, if I do say so myself, and Shannan Rebold. She'll be playing a role of a female gorilla, joined by my co-host, Nick Riddell. He is an adjunct faculty member of American Military University. So, when we talk about these things, Matthew, you've been acting for a while now. Is this role as the monkey, certainly it's different than the Newsies role you had and the one you had before that. What makes this one challenging, or is it challenging?
Not challenging at all. We just do the monkey dance and jump on trampolines.
So who taught you how to do the monkey dance?
Chris,
or just knew how to do it yourself?
Oh, Miss Joyce helped us.
And is she one of the teachers?
Yep.
Okay. What was the most fun part of being a monkey in Tarzan? And we're going to find out on July 17th through the August 17th, of course. What was the most fun part?
Jumping on the trampolines.
Okay. Have you ever jumped on a trampoline before?
Yep.
Okay. And when were you jumping on a trampoline before Tarzan?
Like at my house.
Oh, okay. Are you a good trampoline jumper?
Yep.
Okay. How high can you jump on a trampoline?
Like in
10 feet, 15 feet, real high?
I believe 5 feet.
Oh, okay, that's good. Chris, is he a pretty good trampoline jumper?
Yeah, and he's very brave too. We kind of set up these pits where they jump down into trampolines that are pretty big, and it was actually the other day. I was like, you know what? Why don't you guys jump in there and do some trampoline stuff? And he went right in there, and he was a pro. So I was super proud of Matthew.
Mm-hmm. All right, how many trampolines have you been on? Nick, you're a military guy, so
I've been on 3.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a little hesitant to the trampoline.
So we got the monkey sounds, we got the trampolines. You're on your way.
It's gonna be big time real soon.
Yeah, right, an understudy. So let's start with you on this question, Matthew, then pivot over to Shannan on this. How do you know that the audience is really embracing what you're doing?
like the choreography and the loud of the animal sounds and the shouting of the characters throughout the whole mountain.
Right, and so when you see the audience react to you, they're going to smile, they're going to laugh, they're going to cheer, and that just tells you you're doing the right thing, correct?
Yep.
Very, very good. Shannan, you've been teaching theater for a while and obviously performing in it. But now you're going to have your students judge you, correct?
I think they already are.
Yeah, they do every day when you're in that classroom anyway, but now you're performing. Have you gotten feedback from your students on how you're doing as a female gorilla?
I have not asked. I'm sure they'd have plenty of it for me if I were to ask.
Okay.
But no, they're very encouraging, very loving. It's just, like I said, it's really fun to be on the stage on the other side with them, as I've been directing them for so many years.
Right.
And it's just really, really fun. But no, they have not offered up any critiques or any kind of feedback yet.
No, I think that's great. So Chris, you kick off on the 17th, and is there a website people can go to get tickets?
Absolutely. So armswideopen.sd.com, and we're running from July 17th through August 2nd. It's a must-see.
August 2nd, okay.
August 2nd, yes.
Okay.
It's a must-see, and it's such a family event. And I think the community needs stuff like this. Let's get people off their phones. Let's get families together, seeing, amazing play, and not just a musical, but something that carries a great mission about, inclusion and accepting everyone. So it's just going to be amazing. And if you haven't been to Mount Helix, it's just it's a beautiful sight. Just to do a show up there is just a great opportunity for everybody.
Now, you on every day from the 17th to August 2nd? Or?
Yeah, so we run 3 weekends. So it's Friday at 7 p.m., Saturday 7 p.m., and Sunday at 7 p.m. There are obviously no matinees because nobody wants to sit out in the sun on Mount Helix.
So it's outdoors, correct?
Yeah, it's outdoors, amphitheater. We do a great pre-show. It's going to be about a half-hour percussion pre-show that kind of kicks off the show. So the actual show won't start about 7:35-ish. Will actually be the start. So we're excited about the opportunity. I just want to give a shout out to the Mount Helix Park Foundation too. They've been phenomenal, supporting our needs and our wants and wanting to bring this incredible mission to the hill and the show. So shout out to Mount Helix Park Foundation. They've been phenomenal.
Well, I mean, you and Shannan certainly know a lot about Mount Helix, of course, growing up there as well. Matthew, where did you grow up in San Diego?
In El Cajon.
Okay, well, not too far away, correct? Right? That's pretty close to Mount Helix, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, when you were going to school in high school, were you studying drama and theater as well?
No, I studied art.
Art? Okay, what type of art?
Like drawing art.
Good. You still draw? Do you paint? Is it graphic?
Yep. I like drawing.
Do you? What do you like drawing? Let me ask you this. Are you good at drawing a monkey?
I could by looking up an image.
Okay, well, so you should be. I think you should draw some art for the show. What do you think about that, Chris?
I mean, anything I can get Matthew to do in the show would just be fantastic. He's, like I said, I've gotten to work Matthew for the last 2 years.
Right.
So he was Hans in Frozen, which was his first lead role. And it seems like everything Matthew does, he's 100% dedicated. So I can only imagine what his drawings would look like.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Well, listen, maybe we'll get a chance to see those as well. You brought up something I think that is we can't talk about enough, and it's one thing to see plays, whether it's movies or videos at all, but plays should be seen live. They should be seen with your friends or strangers or whomever. Chris, I'll start with you on this, and we'll pivot over to Shannan and Matthew as well. Just for those folks who don't see a lot of performances, and it doesn't make a difference if you're at the Old Globe or you're doing it at a community small theater, whatever. The importance of seeing things with people live in the theater itself.
I think it's something that's kind of lost nowadays. I think people need to get together and they need to socialize in person. There's a disconnect in the community, and I'm trying to show people not just coming out and to see a show, bringing their families together, bringing their friends together to celebrate a musical. And not only that, learn from the mission. And I think that'll open a lot of eyes. And what a great opportunity to take a night out with your family to see a spectacle musical on Mount Helix. I think family needs to take more time, and we need to get behind the community on all these events to keep prospering in the community. So
Right.
It's very important.
Well, Shannan, obviously you understand and appreciate the live aspect of it, of course, and knows there's just really nothing like that. You talk about that electricity when you first did your first live performance, whenever that was.
Oh gosh, I think I was 9.
Okay.
But I just remember the rush of emotions that I had. I probably ran the gamut of all of them, from maybe crying backstage to the exhilaration of being on stage and getting the applause, and just knowing that the hard work and dedication that the entire cast, because I was just a little 9-year-old bumpkin and Lil Abner, but just watching the older kids and watching what they did and wanting to be like that, and them being so kind to the younger kids that were in this program. And it was just a rush of emotion. And I think what's really neat, just to kind of piggyback on the live aspect, is that these actors are on the stage giving so much of themselves. They're giving their talents, they're giving their hard work, their dedication, their sweat, but they're giving so much emotion as well. Whether they're portraying a monkey or they're portraying a character who's having to cry or express all different ranges of emotions throughout the show, they're just giving so much of themselves. And I think that's a lot of the beauty of live theater, is just what they're portraying and displaying for the audience. But then when you put on top of it the mission and the people that are coming together to create the show together, in this gorgeous venue with 360-degree views, it is just quite a spectacle and quite magical. So as a performer, I know that live aspect is truly nothing that you can ever experience until you're standing on that stage doing it yourself.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Nick, you got another question for Chris?
Yeah, Chris. So part of the mission is to mentor and develop the participants. How do you guys work on that? What do you do?
I think every participant in Arms Wide Open, you kind of have to approach differently. Everyone has their own sensory issues they deal with, or how they want to be presented, certain choreography or direction. I have a great team of people. I might be the artistic director, but this doesn't work without my managing staff, Yvonne Rubio, the office staff, and then my choreography team. I have several choreographers in Tarzan: Alyssa Bass, Carlos Tinajero. They're amazing, doing all the lift work. Like Matthew mentioned, Joy. It's just a team of people. So I think once we bring our artistic team together, we focus on how we can support the cast and what makes the most sense for this individual, in particular show. I think it's just a team effort that really makes it succeed.
So what can we do to support Arms Wide Open? Obviously, go to see Tarzan, of course, the 17th of July through August the 2nd. But what else can we do? Can we donate? Can we volunteer?
Absolutely. I think we're always in need of support. As you know, we are the arts, and arts always needs help. And, not just putting us in the spotlight, but financial support. We've put in everything we have in this show. Like Shannan says, it is a spectacle. There's nothing really watered down in the show. The sets are phenomenal. There's LED panels, there's trampolines, there's silk artists, there's stilt walkers. It's really a true spectacle. That's the heart that shows that we put into our performances. So obviously we need support. It was a lot to get on the hill, and we hope to duplicate this next summer with a new title. But I think just also creating awareness about Arms Wide Open and Inspire and our mission, and by doing that is coming out and seeing a show and talking about it and spreading the word. We'd like to get our ticket sales up. It's hard to believe that something like this, we are still struggling with some tickets. But I think once people still keep learning about Inspire and what we're doing, I know in a few years from now we'll be selling out automatically. So keep spreading the word. And if you want some information, you can go to our website on how you can donate. Again, that's armswideopensd.com. You can find our ticket links there. Just any type of support you can give us would be fantastic.
Well, it's been an honor chatting with all of you. And let me ask you a question, Michael Soares. Are you in any relation to Mary at all? Do you know a Mary Soares?
No, I'm not in any relation. I'm not in any relationship.
I worked with Mary. Mary was a teacher in South County, and we were both presidents of the Greater San Diego Reading Association, and she spelled her last name the same as yours on that aspect of it. Well, listen, I know you're going to have the most fun being a monkey. You're going to be a great monkey on Tarzan, and I wish you nothing but great success on this and many other performances with Arms Wide Open.
Why, thank you.
Absolutely. Shannan, a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for the great work you do. And my daughter's a 4th grade teacher, and in the Poway School District, so I have an affinity for those who get in front of these students 182 days of the year, not even counting all the weekends and all that. So thank you for what you do. And,
Thank you.
And good luck with a great gorilla performance. Okay.
Thank you so much.
And Chris, this won't be the last time you're on. You're going to be coming back on with Josh, okay?
I'd love that.
And some other groups to come in down the world. You're doing phenomenal work, and we can't shout out enough about what Arms Wide Open is doing.
Well, we appreciate your time too. Thank you, guys.
And we'll consider that done deal. Nick, always a pleasure having you as the co-host. My goodness, pretty soon you'll be hosting the show. I'll ask you if I can co-host. What do you think?
Sounds like a good future.
All right, let's go ahead.
Actually, I might snag Nick first though, because he's very qualified for our shows.
Yes, yeah. No, Nick is qualified for a lot of shows and all that. And to our audience, we hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.